So again, all of you need to know about what's going on with the food supply system in this country, simply because food affects every area of your life, from your mood to your behavior to your happiness and your entire quality of life. Your food affects everything. So the reason that a lot of people are frustrated right now with the system in this country, with a lot of things that's going on, is simply because they're not eating good nutrition. We are sitting down at the table for 3 meals a day with no nutrition at the table. And the reason I'm so passionate about this issue, 9 years ago, I was housebound and bedridden. I had to learn how to heal my own self by reading books. And after that, I became a GMO educator. And since then, I've been educating people about what's going on with the food supply system in this country. So let me tell you a little bit more about GMOs. Now, GMOs stand for genetically modified organisms. Now, you can do your own research. Don't listen to me. Go out and do your own research. There are 3 search sites on the internet that have all the information you need. Google.com, Yahoo.com, and YouTube.com. Go to those particular sites and put in the words GMOs, genetically modified organisms, genetically engineered foods, genetically altered foods, and frankenfoods. Now, all of those words means the exact same thing, but it's meant to be confusing so they can leave people in the dark. Frankenfoods are named after Frankenstein the monster, and everybody remember how Frankenstein was made. He was made with all of those dead body parts. So that's what they've done to the food supply system in this country. The way that they make these toxic seeds, or they make the seeds in a lab. Biotech scientists mix together the DNA of a plant along with the DNA of an animal. Then they mix in bacteria and fungus, then pesticides and herbicides. So when you eat the food that grows from the toxic seeds, there is no way to avoid eating pesticides and herbicides, which is a heavy metal, a neurotoxin that causes your brain to give out. And this is why everybody in this country right now is walking around like a zombie. They're frustrated. People's brains are turned off. We have never at one point in this lifetime had this many people depressed. As a matter of fact, the 2 medications that's selling in the billions of dollars right now is antidepressants and laxatives, simply because GMO foods also causes constipation. So some of the issues with GMO foods are, you get all the brain issues, brain cancer, bipolar disorder, mental health issues, MS, Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, autism. You need to understand all the brain issues that people are having right now is simply because they're eating GMO foods. Also, constipation, immune problems, nutritional problems, babies born with smaller brains and lower birth weights. A lot of women are sterile. They cannot get pregnant right now. A lot of men got low sperm counts. So men are impotent. Diabetes, cancer, all the illnesses right now, accelerated aging, blindness, obesity, high blood pressure, all of the illnesses right now have accelerated simply because of people are eating GMO foods, which are processed foods. Now, 90% of all processed foods, we're talking about any foods that's been altered, any food that you buy in a package, a bag, a can, or a jar, they are called processed foods simply because they've been altered. These are the food that contains genetically modified organisms. Now, corn and soybeans are just 2 of the GMOs that's in all of the foods. So once they put this corn and soybeans in all of these foods, they actually contaminate the foods. So you never want to eat processed foods. You need to eat foods in as natural forms as possible, juice, steamed, or blended. Stop cooking your food, because in some cultures, we know that we cook foods to death.